What's up, Frenzy Head Nation? Coach Cole here, and it's back for another exciting episode of Sports Frenzy. Thank you, everybody. Good to be back with all of you. Yes, thanks everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, here we are. We got the recap show to do for you guys, and then we'll be jumping into the, we got another busy week of sports. But first, I wanted to address a couple things that came through our mailbag this week. So let's do that first. Couple of questions from the Frenzy Nation. Our first question of the week, Coach Cole, how you feeling? Well, guys, still got this sinusy thing going on. It's dragging me down a little bit, but never enough to stop me from doing the show. Well, it probably has in the past, but that's when I had a co-host. In this day and age, can't stop the show. Got to continue on, whether you're feeling 100% or not. So, by my side tonight, I have some good old orange juice to help keep my voice refreshed and everything going. Bottle of water, and a Kleenex for possibly blowing my nose, which I'm going to try and hold off doing because that would be rather gross on the show. So yeah, feeling better, getting there slowly but surely, but the sinuses stuff's still a mess. Let's see. Let's place my questions here. There it is. Okay, Coach Cole, have we fixed the lighting problem for Sports Frenzy? Well, I've tried to, yes. I've got a couple more lights set up in the room this week. Hopefully that brightens things up a little bit, makes things look a little better for you guys. And so far on camera, it looks not too bad. So there's a plus with that. And let's see. I thought I had another question here. Oh, Coach Cole, are you trying to grow out a beard? Well, yes, I am actually. I'm trying to. It's I don't know, starting to take form a little bit here. It doesn't look spectacular yet, but hopefully it'll grow in and look better and better as it grows. But yes, I'm attempting to grow a beard, so we'll see how it looks. I've attempted to grow some in the past. They haven't looked so great, but this one is, it's getting to look a little better. It looks rough. Work days, it looks rather rough some days, but what are you going to do? I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. All right, and final question, which made me kind of laugh. Coach Cole, we noticed your shirts are fitting a little tighter. Did you put on some holiday weight? Yes, sadly I think I have. Will I be addressing that issue anytime soon? I should, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. That's all I have in the mailbag this week. Let's get to our recap show. We had quite a few games for our picks last week from Season 8, Episode 14. Excuse me. And you, the fans, have spoke and told me that, especially for my my fellow co-workers in classes, that just go ahead and throw the recap show on with the next week's picks edition, because with as busy as everything is, it just works out better for everyone. So here we go with last week's recap show. Recaps. These were Friday night games. We started off with boys varsity basketball. We had Adrian getting a win over Tecumseh in the rivalry game, which was your first 3-point bonus game. 54-30. And our second men's basketball game, we had Dundee taking it to Blissfield. 80-60 was your final score there. Columbia Central getting the win over Onsted, 62-58. And Hillsdale getting a win over Hudson, 51-38. Moving into ladies varsity basketball, we had Grass Lake stomping on, annihilating, destroying the Addison Panthers, 54-24. Our other 3-point bonus game, and part of the rivalry as well, has Tecumseh getting the win over the Adrian Maple girls, 41-30. Lenawee Christian beating the Blissfield girls, 46-29. And the Morenci Bulldogs taking it to Britton Deerfield pretty good, Morenci Bulldogs taking it to Britton Deerfield, 70-40. The Madison girls getting a big win over the Clinton Redskin girls, 60-40. And the coach did not get his upset special of the week, as Whiteford defeats Sand Creek 45-31. Next up, we have men's college basketball. MSU gets the win over Indiana, 85-57. And Xavier gets a win over Seton Hall, 73-64. And we got some. We have some viewers on our. Want to welcome our viewers to our Facebook Live page real quick. A few viewers tuning in for the live portion of the show on Facebook. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so we got Xavier. This was men's college basketball. We got Xavier getting the win over Seton Hall, 73-64. Adrian College falling to Alma, 73-66. Michigan Dearborn getting the win over Siena Heights, 63-60. And Hillsdale College getting the win over Cedarville College, 82-72. Moving into women's college basketball, the Go Blue girls get a win over Illinois, 86-42. Go Blue. And the Siena Heights women's basketball team getting the win over Michigan Dearborn by a squeaker score, 56-54. And Adrian College getting it done against Kalamazoo, 74-65 was your final score there. Our one and only NBA game that we had on the sheet this week, we have the Pistons falling to the Washington Wizards, 122-112. Last stats I read, the Pistons were on a 5-game losing streak. Boo. Come on, Pistons. Time to get it back together. All right, jumping into hockey, we have some minor league hockey action for you guys from last week. The Grand Rapids Griffins getting the win over the Norfolk Admirals, 5-2. And the Toledo Walleye getting the win over the Kansas City Mavericks, 3-0. Our one and only NHL hockey game we had this week, the Detroit Red Wings fall to the Carolina Hurricanes, 3-1. Boo. College hockey, though, the men's hockey team, Michigan Go Blue, gets it done against Penn State, 3-2. Go Blue. Continue down with men's college hockey. Minnesota gets it done against MSU, 5-4. And your final hockey game of the week has Western Michigan winning in overtime, 3-2 over Colorado. And in your NFL conference playoff games, we have the Philadelphia Eagles getting it done against the Minnesota Vikings. And, shoot, I forgot to write down the final score for that. Sorry, guys. But that was your bonus 3-point bonus game. And we have the Patriots getting it done against the Jacksonville Jaguars with the Michigan man at quarterback, Tom Brady. Go Blue. 24-20. Bringing up this year's Super Bowl, you will have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Patriots. Should be a good Super Bowl this year if you're still following the sport. All right, and that's it for the recap part of our show this week. That was not too painful. A little drink of orange juice there to help throw. You guys ready to jump into this week's picks? Let's do this. A little bit of everything on here this week. We're going to start off with some boys high school basketball. Just to let you guys know ahead of time, this week's games include 2 WWE pay-per-views. So with our WWE pay-per-views, really affects the outcome of the shows and the sheets. So it mostly affects my friends over there at Laura Haviland. But so due to the Royal Rumble usually runs late Sunday, so I won't have all the sheets graded for Monday morning for you guys. So it'll probably be Tuesday morning again before I have all the sheets together for you guys. So those sheets that I grade for you guys and have them back to you. So I apologize in advance, but that's kind of how it works when we throw WWE pay-per-views on here. And we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But it's Season 8, Episode 15, our second episode of 2018, guys. First, for the Facebook Live audience, I was feeling kind of cruddy last week, so I didn't go on Facebook Live. I didn't want the whole world to see me. Although I did post a video on Facebook Live afterwards. That's beside the point. All right, let's jump into boys varsity basketball. Unless otherwise noted, these are Friday night games at 7 p.m. We're going to start off with the 3 wins and 7 losses. The Addison Panthers. And they're on the road this week. Addison being my hometown. They're on the road this week traveling to the Napoleon Pirates, who have 7 wins and 2 losses. Even though Addison is my home school, Napoleon is by far the much better school this week. I've got the Napoleon Pirates for the win. Our second game, also a 7 p.m. game. We have the 5 wins and 6 losses. Britton Deerfield. They're traveling this week on the road to a team that is very, very good, according to my sources, Coach Boring. And Whiteford is the home team. They have 8 wins and 2 losses. That being said, I definitely have to go with Whiteford. I know. Going against my local schools for our local show, but sometimes we have to be realistic here on the Sports Frenzy. Next up, our third game of the week, continuing on with boys high school basketball, is also a 7 p.m. game. We have the Clinton Redskins, 3 wins and 7 losses. And they are on the road this week, traveling to Whiteford. Or, I'm sorry, not Whiteford. Whitmore Lake. 2 W teams right in a row. Whitmore Lake, who have 1 win and 7 losses. Got family out this way. My wife's from there as well. I'm going with the Clinton Redskins for the victory this week. Next up, we have Lenawee Christian. They have 8 wins and 2 losses. They're traveling on the road this week to, I gotta find the logo for this one, to a school named, bear with me for just 1 second here. I hit this logo. There it is. Jones Leadership Academy. Jones Leadership Academy. They have 0 wins and 5 losses. Lenawee Christian is red hot and on fire, doing great this season. I'm going with Lenawee Christian for the win. Continuing on with more boys high school basketball. This is also a 7 o'clock game. The struggle continues over at Madison. Some of the websites call them Madison of Adrian, but it's Madison schools. Continuing on from football season, they are 0-9 on the basketball season. They must not have any. Still a lot of hurt players and nobody coming back yet. They are traveling to Morenci. Morenci only has 2 wins and 9 losses, but I'm betting they're in just a little bit better shape than Madison is currently. And I haven't been able to touch base with Janika, so I don't know what's going on over at Madison schools. But I'm assuming there's still a bunch of injuries. I've got to go Morenci just for the fact from what I'm carrying over from football season. Oops. And our last men's high school basketball game this week. Wow, you know what I didn't do, guys? I got these sheets out so fast, I didn't mark any of these games for 3-point bonus games. So, because this is my brother Jason coaches as part of this team. It's one of the coaches on this team, and he's been keeping me up to date on things lately. I'm sorry I didn't put these on the sheets for you guys. It's a major slip up on my part. This is going to be your first 3-point bonus game this week. Let's see if we got it in us. You ready, Travis? You might have to carry the load again this week. Let's do this. It's a first 3-point bonus game. It's a first 3-point bonus game. Everybody sing along now. It's your first 3-point bonus game. Yes, it is. That wasn't too bad. Had to make it a little lower because a little sinusy maybe. I don't know. But that is your first 3-point bonus game of the week. Putting a little bit of pressure on Coach Boring over there. No, not really. So we have Summerfield, who has 6 wins and 2 losses. They are traveling on the road to a much improved... Hope I'm not putting too much pressure on your boys over there, Boring. A much improved, playing a lot better from what I understand from the coaches, the Sand Creek Aggies, who have 7 wins and 3 losses. I'm going with the Sand Creek Aggies this week. Let's go, Aggies. Do not disappoint me. I will be expecting live tweets at halftime from the coaches' side there. Boring. Inside joke. Boring knows what I'm talking about. All right. Moving into ladies varsity basketball this week. These are Friday night games, but these games have different times, so listen up. Our first game this week is the 1 win and 9 losses Dundee. They're on the road traveling to the 5 wins and 7 losses, the Blissfield Royals. The girls play at 7 p.m. This is a 7 p.m. game. We have any Sand Creek fans out there? Let me hear ya. All right, I've got Sand Creek for the win. Our next game is the 5 wins and 6 losses Columbia Central Golden Eagles. This is the ladies. They are on the road this week playing the 9 wins and 3 losses the Onstead Wildcats. Putting a lot of pressure on myself with this one, but I don't live in Onstead anymore, so I can actually not have to worry about this one as much without somebody trying to burn the house down or whatever. I'm going with the Columbia Central Golden Eagles because I am an honorary member of the football team over there, so got to go where the support is. I was only able to find two girls' high school basketball games that fit into our schedule this week, so those are the 2 we got. And we are moving into... So I really got to look into this as I'm doing our sheets now to see what other game I want to be 3-point bonus game this week. So looking ahead right now... Figured out as I go along here. We're going to start off with men's college basketball games I have on here this week. Our first game is Wisconsin. Wisconsin has 10 wins and 11 losses. They are traveling up to East Lansing to play the number 9th, when I last filled out my sheets, number 9th ranked Michigan State, who has 17 wins, 3 losses. This is a Friday night game, and you can watch it on, it's on at 8 p.m. on FS1. Actually, I'm sorry. I think that's a Saturday game. Stand corrected. 8 p.m. on FS1. I'm going to go MSU on that one. It's a home game, so we should see some burning couches. Next up, we have the Northern Illinois Huskies, who have 11 wins and 7 losses. They are traveling to Western Michigan, who also has 11 wins and 7 losses. This is a 2 p.m. game on Saturday, and you can watch it on ESPN3. Some cable channels carry ESPN3. Others, you can watch it on your computer. I, of course, am going with the Western Michigan Broncos for the win. Okay. Up next, we have some NBA action for you guys this week. I found a couple good games this week for this. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder, 27 wins and 20 losses. They are on the road this week, traveling to, and I'm still not used to saying this, the Little Caesars Arena, playing against your 22 wins, 23 losses, your Detroit Pistons. Detroit has 22 wins, 23 losses. This game begins at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Gosh. Will this be the game that the Pistons turn their luck around? Pistons can play championship ball when they want to. They're on a downward spiral at the moment. But I'm no fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder, so I am going to go with your Detroit basketball. Your second game of the week features another one of my favorite teams because of the legendary Larry Bird. The 34 wins and 12 losses, the Boston Celtics. They're on the road this week. They're traveling and playing against the 38 wins, 10 losses, the Golden State Warriors. This is an 8:30 game on Saturday, and I did not see, apparently this is not a televised game because I have it on here, but I have no television station for it. If it is televised, it would probably be on TNT or one of those networks. or ESPN. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't a televised game, at least when I originally posted it. You guys know who I got. I've got to go with the Boston Celtics because Boston is definitely one of my teams. All right, we're moving into minor league hockey action for you guys. Our first game is the 23 wins, 15 losses. The Rockford Ice Hogs. And they are playing against the struggling defending champion Grand Rapids Griffins, who have 16 wins, 17 losses, and 1 overtime loss. This game is Saturday, 7 p.m. I know the odds are against them, but they're a Detroit Red Wings affiliated team. Of course, not that that's helping the Red Wings much lately. I've got to go Grand Rapids Griffins. Get back on their winning ways someday, maybe. Your other minor league hockey game we have for you is the Toledo Walleye. The Toledo Walleye have 23 wins, 10 losses, 2 overtime losses. They're on the road this week, playing the Brampton Beasts, who have 15 wins and 23 losses. This game, the puck drops 7:15 Friday night down in Toledo. Or no, sorry, they're on the road this week down in Brampton, playing the Beasts. Anyway you look at it, I've got the Toledo Walleye for the win. Moving into some college hockey action for you guys. Our first game features the world's greatest hockey team. That's right, I'm talking about those Go Blue Boys from Michigan. The 12 wins, the 2 losses, the 2 overtime losses. Go Blue, go Blue, go, go, go Blue, Michigan. Hail to the victors. Hail, hail to Michigan, the leaders and the best. Go Blue. They're on the road this week, traveling against that other team that absolutely nobody cares about. I'm talking about that team down below us. That's right. This week I'm feeling naughty, so I am not going to say their name because I don't like these guys at all. Not at all. Their record is, I don't care. It doesn't matter what their record is because they're playing against Michigan. Go Blue. And you know what, guys? This, I have decided right here and now, since it's a rivalry game, is your second 3-point bonus game. 3 points. 3 points. It's your second 3-point bonus game. Yeah. Go Blue. That's what I got to say. Go Blue. Hail to the victors. The boys in blue will come away with this game. Your next hockey game of the week, still college hockey for you guys. We have, I'm sorry, that game is a Friday night game, 7 p.m. down in that territory that nobody wants to be in. All right, next up we have Western Michigan. They have 13 wins, 10 losses, 1 overtime loss. And they're on the road this week. Traveling to Omaha, who have 12 wins, 10 losses, and 1 overtime loss. Sorry, guys, there's a typo on the sheet. That is not 12 losses and 101, or 12 wins and 101 losses. It's 12 losses. No, it's not. 12 wins, 10 losses, 1 overtime loss. It's a Friday night game at 8:07 p.m. I'm going Western Michigan for the win. And your last hockey game of the week is your local team. These guys are currently ranked, if I read on it, I believe I read this correctly, currently ranked number 1. It is your 15 wins and your 4 losses, your Adrian Bulldogs. Has anybody got to meet the new Brutus? Brutus 2. Anybody got out there to meet him yet? I guess he's making quite a name for himself already, from what I understand. Getting right in and carrying on the traditions of his predecessor. God bless him, the new Brutus. I have not met him yet, but I'd like to. Adrian has 15 wins and 4 losses. They are traveling on the road. And when I went to these guys' website, they absolutely had no record for me. There was no record for this St. Nobert's. There was no record for them, so I couldn't find anything on them. And this was their official team website, and it had nothing. Nobody had updated any scores, any games, any of the stuff they've played. So I guess they want to go in and be a mystery coming in with Adrian coming in to beat them. This game is a 7:05 tip-off. Tip-off. Puck drop is what I should say. 7:05. I've got Adrian for the win. All right. We also have some more National Lacrosse League on here for you guys. 3 games in action this week. 1 second here. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to make a note to remember that was my other 3-point bonus game this week. Next up, in NLL lacrosse action, we have the 3 wins and the 1 loss. The New England Black Wolves. Ooh. And they are traveling to the 3 wins and 2 losses, the Toronto Rock. Had to do that a little lower too, since I have no voice this week for that. 3 wins and 2 losses. This game is being played on Saturday at 7 p.m. I think I'm going to go Black Wolves, only because they've only lost one game, so I'm going to go Black Wolves on this one. Your next NLL lacrosse game is the 4 wins and 1 loss. The Saskatchewan, oh, what a rush! And they are playing against the Calgary Roughnecks, who have 1 win and 4 losses. This game is a Saturday game at 9 p.m. I've got to go with the, oh, what a rush! For your NLL lacrosse games, they have the National Lacrosse League Network, and you can find that on your computer. It's not on TV anywhere. But if you are a huge lacrosse fan, they have yearly subscriptions or game passes, depending on how you want to do it. You can get a league pass or a game pass, and you can watch the games right there on your computer. So, again, if you're and this is indoor lacrosse. If you're a lacrosse fan, I didn't see how much the fee is. If you're a lacrosse fan, it might be worth it for you to invest in something like that. All right, our last lacrosse game of the week. We have the 2 wins and 3 losses, the Georgia Swarms. And they are playing the, not so good this year, 1 win and 4 losses, the Vancouver Stealth. Excuse me. This is a Saturday game at 10 p.m. Oh, I've got to go. I'm going to go the Swarm. Their record isn't much better, but it's a little bit better. All right, guys. Jumping into, we got 2 wrestling pay-per-views this week. Wrestling makes its return. And our first one is NXT TakeOver Action live Saturday night. Saturday, January 27th. It's at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Let me see if we can get up our whole card here. WWE TakeOver. Oops. WWE NXT TakeOver Philly. All right, let's see what we got here. See if it tells us the roster at all. Anyway, as that's loading, let's go ahead and get to our matches that I have here. So I picked, the first match I picked was for the championship, the NXT championship title. And it is your current champion, Andretti. He is the current champion of NXT. Taking on guy who's been around for a while, Johnny Gargano. I always say the NXT matches and the NXT pay-per-views are going to be better usually than the main event roster pay-per-views. And since I don't have a roster for you yet, because I'm a little behind times on this right now, excuse me, I'm going to go, I think the champion Andretti is going to find a way to keep it. He's got a lady manager now in his corner, so I don't think he's done being the championship. I don't think Johnny Gargano is going to win the championship at this point. I got to go with Andretti. Our second match that we have for you guys for NXT TakeOver. This is an anything goes match, no holds barred. That means anything goes. We have the... I always looked at this guy as possibly being like the next Undertaker. He is Aleister Black. Lately they've been having him be kind of wimpy and he's been getting beat down. He's been getting whipped down by this newcomer to the WWE not too long ago. Former member of the Bullet Club, I do believe, in New Japan Wrestling. Mr. Adam Cole. A no-holds-barred match. That means anything goes. It can go on anywhere in the arena. I think it's going to be a really good match. By rights, in my opinion, as far as I'm concerned, I know Adam Cole is kind of a big name in wrestling, but I do believe, in reality, Aleister Black should win this match. Alright, let's look at our NXT TakeOver card real quick here. Oh, excuse me, I got the yawns. I was going to tell you guys the rest of the roster, rest of the matches for NXT TakeOver. Here we go. Oh, I should have put this one on there, but I didn't. The women's championship title is on the line. Ember Moon versus Cheyenne Baszler. And then we have a tag team match for the tag championships. The Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are the champions. They are taking on the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellering in their corner. The Authors of Pain have been champions once already. And your singles match, Cassius Ohno versus Velveteen Dream. Yeah, don't think that's going to be that big of a match. And that's what we have for the NXT TakeOver show. Those two matches. Got you guys checked in for those. So good luck with that. Alright, then we switch over to the WWE, one of their big pay-per-views. Sunday, January 28th. Special start time of 7 p.m. from what I'm understanding, which means the rest of the show, the kickoff shows and stuff will probably be on at 6 o'clock or earlier. And so I put the championship matches on here for you guys of the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble matches, there's 2 Royal Rumble matches this week that I'm aware of. I'll look on that and check it out more. There might be more than that. But your first, in the Royal Rumbles are 2 people start and a new person comes out every 3 minutes. This year, folks, we will be witnessing history as the WWE Women's Division has their own first ever Women's Royal Rumble. First of many to come, I'm sure. First ever Royal Rumble. Some surprises that might be there. We're hearing that Ronda Rousey from MMA might be in this. Don't know if we'll see any of the living legends of the women's division participate in this. We did see a few on the 25th anniversary of Raw this past week. And so it's the first women's Royal Rumble. And the winner gets a shot at the current champion. I think it's the current champion, whichever current champion they want. It could be either the WWE champion or the SmackDown champion. I'm not sure how that works. I should have looked this up before I got into this one. Predictions for that match for me, I'm thinking Asuka's going to win it. And then eventually she's going to win the women's title as well. So, but then we have the men's Royal Rumble match. These are nothing new. Men have been doing the Royal Rumble for many years now. I'm not sure if we're going to be expecting any newbies there. I'm sure there's going to be a few surprises. There's always surprises in the Royal Rumble. Usually some legends come back, or somebody who's been gone for a while comes back. I don't have any real predictions for that. But our next match, we have this is a championship match. We have your current champion, AJ Styles. He has been put in what is called a handicap match. It means it's a 2 versus 1 for the WWE title. These next 2 guys have become friends over the years. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. And either one of them can actually pin the champion and win the title. And so it's basically they can tag in and out and be fresh. That's where the handicap part of the match comes in. So, yes, that's what they're doing. It's a handicap match, and this match was declared by Daniel Bryan. So, we're not sure if this is the turning point of Daniel Bryan becoming a heel again, or what's going to happen there. But it's AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think, though, AJ Styles is going to find a way to keep his title. I'm going with AJ Styles for the win. That's what I'm hopeful for, anyway. Give me AJ Styles for the win. Your next match is what they call a 3-way dance for the championship. Your current champion does not have to be pinned to lose his title. Any combination of anybody pinning anybody can win the title in this match. With that being said, your current champion is Brock Lesnar. And as they've been saying, nobody can beat Brock Lesnar by themselves. Because there hasn't been any champion. He hasn't been in the last several matches he's been in. It's never just a 1-versus-1 match for the title. It's always these double matches like this. Well, the crowd favorite to take that title away is the new beast in town, Braun Strowman. He's been taking out everybody lately, which leads me to believe he's not going to win the title this week. But also included in this is the Undertaker's brother, Kane, is back in action, and he's in this match. And there's no way I'm going to believe that Kane is going to win the title. I just don't see that happening. Let's see here. I'm going to go with... So there's rumors going around that Brock Lesnar is going to go back and wrestle, or go back to fighting in the MMA. But, I mean, this is a good gig for him. He's getting paid big money to wrestle, like, not very often. So, I don't believe he's going to lose the title. I mean, they're making Braun Strowman out to be a monster, but I don't think he's going to win. I feel Brock Lesnar is going to keep his title and continue to do what he does. Be a wrestler, part-time wrestler, and hold the championship title. All right, let's see if we can give you guys some details on, if there's any other matches here at the Royal Rumble. Give you a quick rundown of some of these. Matches. Okay, we have a tag team championship match, which I'm not going to be that impressed with. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, the champions, versus Cesaro and Sheamus for the championship titles again. Thinking, my prediction there is that Cesaro and Sheamus are going to win their titles back again, and there's going to be a feud between Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, since the Shield thing doesn't appear to be working out right now, since it looks like, it looks like, what's his name, dropped the championship this week. Roman Reigns, that's what's his name. For those of you who don't know wrestling, you have no idea who I'm talking about. So Roman Reigns dropped the title to The Miz this week, and I do believe is going to be suspended again for some form of substance abuse or something. So your next match is the Usos versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I'm thinking Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin are going to keep their titles. Oh, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm messing this completely up. The Usos are your current champions. They are taking on Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. 2 out of 3 falls. That means you got to win 2 of the 3 matches. My prediction is that Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin will win these titles. because one of the Uso brothers has recently run into some trouble, as noticed on the last minute, as noted on the on WWE page and the Sports Frenzy page. One of the Usos got into a little bit of trouble this past week. So my prediction is those dudes will win it. All right, we're going to give you a couple other things here real fast, guys. Want to say welcome back, XFL football. Yes, in 2020, Vince McMahon is bringing back XFL football, but it has no affiliation with the WWE anymore. He has started a new company for such things as this. And he says it's going to be very interesting. Excuse me. I got to tell you, in this day and age, if he does it right this time, which it sounds like he's going to, I'm betting they will actually be able to compete against the against them. Excuse me. The Detroit Tigers are changing their uniforms this year. The Old English D that is on their hat is also going to be the D that's on the uniform. You can see it here. See if I can get close enough for you guys to see. That's our. They've changed it this year, and it looks more. The hat and the logo looks the same. So, yes, Tiger fans. Not sure what the season's going to look like, but you got new uniforms, so new D on the uniform. Happy birthday goes out to Ernie Harwell, legendary Tigers voice. He would have been 100 today if he was still alive. We miss Ernie Harwell. He was one of the best voices out there. January 29th, 7 o'clock to 8 p.m. at the Hamtramck Public Library, there will be discussion about what the new development plans are going to be for the Hamtramck Stadium, which is an old Negro League stadium that the former Navins Field ground crew people have been maintaining and working and trying to get back together. And they have the city's support for this, so unlike the fate of Old Tiger Stadium and Navin Field, this stadium is going to be around. So they're going to give an update on that, and you can go to that meeting. Yes, as I was saying earlier, the Adrian College Bulldogs are debuting at number 1 in the NCAA Division III national rankings. So congratulations goes out to them. Calling out all former Addison Panther basketball players, or really anybody that wants to play, any former Sportster, or I guess probably anybody that wants to play. March 3rd will be the 5th annual Addison High School alumni basketball game. If you are a former Addison student, you want to go check that out and play, you need to get a hold of them soon. WWE has released Enzo Amore due to allegations that have been made against him. which we won't mention on here, but you can find out more about that on the Sports Frenzy Facebook page. That means the Cruiserweight title is currently vacant, and there will be discussion on what they're going to do for that next. A lot of people voicing their opinion that they were not very pleased with the 25th anniversary edition of Raw, being that the second show was filmed, second part of the show was filmed in the very first original location of the first Raw. They expected to see more than what they got to see, and was very disappointed in what was happening there. Next year's Royal Rumble has already been announced. It will be, the host city will be in Phoenix for Royal Rumble weekend. Andre Drummond from the Detroit Pistons is very upset because he did not make the NBA All-Star roster. You can read more on that story on our Facebook page as well. Unofficially, the Lions have found their new coach. Matt Patricia, the defensive coordinator, he is the coach on the New England Patriots right now. Can't officially be named the new head coach of the Lions until after the Super Bowl. But it is said that he's already been reaching out to the coaching staff and letting people know who he's planning on bringing back and who he's not planning on bringing back. The Dodgers have unveiled their 60th anniversary logo. That will be for this year's season. You can check that out on our Facebook page as well. We have a new arena football team has finally found their name. One of the new teams joining the league this year is the Albany Empire. So welcome, the Albany Empire. All right, guys. I think that's about all I have for you this week. So, hope that's enough for you guys. A lot of good information, a lot of good games. Get out there and enjoy the weekend. Get out there and, again, remember that I won't get the sheets done for you guys probably until Tuesday due to the pay-per-views. But I hope everybody has a great weekend out there. Be blessed, everyone. I'm the coach. And we'll see you guys again real soon.